So this is the story of how I met WWE Hall of Famer, living legend, Rey Mysterio. And this is the outfit I chose to wear. My Golden Girl shirt, favorite show in America, classic, classic. My Washington Capitals fitted. Check out the detail with the cherry blossoms all over the hat. I bring that up because I had to coordinate with my cherry blossom canvas Nike shoes. Found these for a deal some years back at a Nike outlet for the grand total of $69.99. Now, the only reason why I bring up the shoes and the price tag is because anybody who has seen Rey Mysterio outside of the ring knows that homie be designer down. I mean designer down. Gucci this, Louis that. I believe the day that we met him, he was Versace. Fly guy. But anyway, I so happened to be a meat cutter at Smith's, and Smith's was doing a partnership with Minute Maid and the WWE, in which Rey Mysterio was coming to our grocery store. He'd be there at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And my son, he gets out of school at around 1:15, so I figured I can pick him up early. We can get there early, get in line, and beat the crowd. And boy, was I wrong, because this is outside of the grocery store. Notice how it is wrapped around the building. And we got there at about 1:30. But it was cool. Me and my son was out there, had a couple combos with some people in line, and we just enjoyed ourselves. So it's finally our turn to get up there and meet Rey. And I want to say special shout out to the team with Minute Maid and WWE, because they took all the pictures. I mean, homie was snapping with my phone. So it's my turn to walk up, and you see Rey making eye contact with me. Cool, very cool. I'm walking, get up close to Rey and say, "What's up?" And he drops down and looks at my shoes. Okay? Of course, then my son walks up, and I tell Rey that's my son. You know, give him a pound, welcome him up to the stage as well. But as my son is getting into position, Rey looks down at my shoes again and says, "Man, those are some nice shoes. I like those. Those are clean, bro." And of course, I say, "Thank you." My son's still getting into position. This has nothing to do with the story. He just think he fly. You see him in the camera. He get on my nerve. So then Rey asks if we were going to WrestleMania. Somebody ever asked you about a whole bunch of money that you know you ain't got, and you just start scratching? That's what's happening right there. I'm scratching my face like, yeah, I wouldn't mind going, but that's a little too rich for my blood. And then he asks, well, what match are you excited to see? Now, the smart thing would have been, what I should have said was the match I'm looking for is between you and Grand Americano. That should have been what I said. You know, hype him up, because, of course, I am looking forward to seeing Rey perform at WrestleMania. But instead, I decided to crack a joke. You know, I don't know when the next time I'm ever going to see Rey Mysterio, so I cracked a joke. I told Rey what I'm looking forward to is seeing Charlotte. I told Rey I'm looking forward to seeing Charlotte because I think it's funny that she left an old heel and came back with a new face. That was the joke I decided to crack to Rey Mysterio. And this was Rey's initial reaction right here. He laughed, and then he tried to put it together right here. And he tried to put it together right here, and he was still laughing. I mean, I was laughing after I said it to make him laugh like that, man. It was cool. Such a cool moment, man. So after we got our picture, and, you know, Rey stopped laughing, and, you know, he talked to me for a little bit, which was weird because there was a long line, and they were rushing people out of there. You can even see a little bit of hate from the team right there. You see my man hand right there? Oh, he is flagging hard. Like, yo, you need to move. He almost knocked his bangle off his wrist. That's how hard he was shaking his hand. Yeah, hilarious. But Rey was talking to me, man, and it was dope. Rey was actually asking, you know, how do I like living out here? And I told him I just got out here, and it's super cool for me to be able to watch you with my son, because I remember back before my dad passed, me and him used to watch you. And when I said that, you could really see on Rey's face and on mine that I said something that really touched him. And he said it was awesome to know that he could be a part of so many generations. And then that's when I told Rey that, you know, I recently just moved out here, And he asked me what made me want to move to Vegas. And I told him I wanted to try to do comedy in a major city. And that's when Ray pretty much told me, remember why you here, bro. Stay focused, keep hustling. And at this time, security over to the side, he done gave up. He like, yeah, they really talking over here. He done put his hair back and everything. He was mad. But it was so cool that Ray wanted to take the time out and talk to little old me. That was so cool, man. And pretty much that's it. That's my story. After that, gave Ray a handshake and we walked off, man. And I know for a fact he spoke to hundreds of people that day. It was a line wrapped around the back of the partnering building of Smith's that day. But I guarantee that moment that he had with me and my son, we both will never forget as long as we live. And I thank Ray for that, making that moment for me and my son very special. I really appreciate it. And again, as we left, he was checking out my shoes again. So pretty much, I had no idea I was going to have this opportunity to speak to Ray. I had no idea this was the interaction we were going to have. But one thing I do know is that I owe most of it to these shoes right here that I got in this beat up box that I found at the Nike outlet for only $69.99. So with that, I say happy WrestleMania to all those who celebrate. Peace.